All right, so one of the most common things I get a lot is what is a product qualified lead? And it's almost a prerequisite to understand how to build a product led growth business successfully. So, the product qualified lead and what you define it as is completely different for every business, much like a marketing qualified lead. It's usually a set of criteria that a company might decide that says, hey, this person is qualified and we want to talk to someone like this. And so the main difference, if you sum it up, between marketing qualified leads and product qualified leads on the one end of the spectrum is that marketing qualified leads, they usually rely on, I would almost argue, vanity metrics. So someone is downloading your guide, or someone is viewing a bunch of your pages on your website, maybe even your pricing page. And so you use those factors to basically say, okay, once they hit, let's say, an arbitrary score of 200, and let's say each page visits one, you just do the math, things add up after a little while, and now the sales team can reach out to them because they're qualified. And so the big issue with this marketing qualified lead is that it's not really based on value. And so even if someone is downloading one of your guides and you're giving them a bunch of points for doing that, it doesn't really tell you what they're actually doing with that guide. They might be students, after all, just doing research on a particular topic their company's well known for, or they might just be someone in the company who's just thought it'd be good to download that guide. And so you get that a lot. And oftentimes when the sales rep reaches out, the conversation might go something like, hi, Sal, I realized that you just downloaded a guide on video marketing. And I was curious, did you have any questions about video marketing, or if you want to hop on a quick call? More than happy to help you out as you grow your video marketing strategy and use more video in your business. So that's how the very traditional marketing qualified lead approach works for a lot of businesses. And then on the other hand of the spectrum, we have product qualified leads. And so what really differentiates product qualified leads from marketing qualified leads is that the product qualified leads are really based on scoring factors within the product. And so I'm going to just pull up a really well known example, and then we can definitely go from there because it'll make sense. So everyone hopefully will know Slack. And so Slack is a B2B SaaS company, and what they will look for whenever someone is about to upgrade, or basically they're looking for those factors of like what really makes someone upgrade. And so after analyzing lots and lots of results of people who actually ended up upgrading their accounts, they noticed, okay, once people get to 10,000 messages, they actually understand the value of the product. And if you're even going to hit that 10,000 number for messages, oftentimes you will have to have a team. And so some other factors that they'll look for is, okay, on one side we have the 10,000 messages total is what we're looking for as a trigger to say, hey, this person is qualified, they get the value of Slack. But then on the other hand, you have the velocity and the number of users. So if someone hits that 10,000 number in a week, you probably have a very, very qualified lead on your hands, and that business is really actively using it. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole company was using it. That's a lot of messages. And so that's what we're really looking for, is identifying that aha moment. And then in later lessons, we're definitely going to build out how you can identify how to basically score those very important actions within your product, so that when you actually reach out, the sales conversation might sound something like this. Like, hey Sal, I realized you were just about over your limit with Slack, and I want to help your team get more value out of using the current product. And so I sent you over one or maybe two features you can try out for another 30 days. And if you really like them, then we can definitely talk about upgrading your entire team to get full access of these features. And one of those features might be video chat. And so if you have a remote team, and you can definitely see that within the product if people are using it, that's a really powerful feature, because like this, when you're talking to people or you're seeing their face, you're communicating so much more than just through your voice. And so that's the biggest difference between the marketing qualified lead and the product qualified lead as well. But some companies still will use the product qualified lead approach, but they'll label it as MQLs, or marketing qualified leads. So that is often where you get a little bit of confusion from a lot of teams. And so regardless of if you use what the label is, product qualified leads or marketing qualified leads, this is the differences between the two approaches. And I hope that helps you at least understand the biggest difference between product qualified leads and marketing qualified leads. With that, I'm out. Bye.